For the longest time, all we've had to be able to hunt for ducks, geese, pheasants, grouse, quail, and I think there's one other species I'm forgetting about. Oh, the turkey, I forgot about that. We're now going to be able to hunt the turkey with a new shotgun because with this new DLC weapon pack coming out, we're going to be getting a 10 gauge semi-automatic shotgun. Though the 10 gauge might be a little bit big on something like this, it's going to be amazing on something that's going to be a little bit bigger, like the goose. But if you're in a case like this where you're absolutely swarmed by geese, you're going to want to be able to have something that's got some knockdown power and can take a lot of them down. For instance, right here, this goose will be the perfect opportunity to be able to just absolutely smoke with a 10 gauge. Especially a case like this, where you got one about 60, 70 yards out. You could really take that goose down with one shot and the 10 gauge. That thing would just crumble. If you put the right lead on it with the proper choke, that goose is going down. But then again, who knows? Maybe we might be able to do a little bit of sky busting with the new 10 gauge. Not that I'd recommend that or anything, but sometimes they fly high, and when they're flying high, there's really not a lot you can do about it. Although that might be a little bit too high. Well, we found our goose down way the heck over here, and you're talking it went at least 150 yards, at least. It happens to be a brown hybrid, but it's a Canadian goose. So I didn't even know that these things snuck in there on us, but that was a 73-yard shot, which is way too far for a 20 gauge shot. However, the 10 gauge, it can take that shot. It really can. Yep. Wow. Okay. Don't ask me how in the heck we missed that goose, but we did somehow. All right, we got one of them laying right here, and that was a 34-yard shot. Okay, so we didn't actually miss, we just didn't quite hit it good enough. Another thing that's going to be coming out in the weapon pack is going to be the 4570 break action pistol. Now currently in game we happen to have the 243 break action pistol, and it's an awesome pistol, but it's not the same as the 4570. Also, the 4570 is a lot of fun to use in the game, but now we're going to have more of a reason to want to use it. Man, that was awesome. And just think, that's only the 243. That buck didn't go 20 yards and piled right over. Beautiful double lung shot 50 yards out, right behind the front shoulder. And that is a nice 185 scoring whitetail. Now you might be saying, well, that was only 50 yards away. It wasn't really that far. How do you know how it's gonna do at a long distance? Well, look at the size of the buck that just stepped out right there. That is a monster. And he's out there at about 150 yards. All right, let's get ready and go for a shot. Although now he's trotting right straight towards us here. Oh, come on. Ah, that was so funny, but also that kind of sucked really bad. Oh my God. We got robbed hardcore. Hardcore. Though he isn't quite as big as the buck that we just messed up on and decided to take a chunk of the tree out of, we do have a really good 180 plus buck out here. In fact, he's right there, and it's going to be about 215 yards out. Now, I actually tried to track down the huge buck that we, well, attempted to take a shot at, but I couldn't seem to locate him. He was around here somewhere. Got a bunch of gobblers out here as well. So I was hoping that eventually we would in fact run into him, but it's not looking so positive right now. So we're gonna try for about a 200-yard shot on this nice buck out here, this 180 plus right out in the front. Oh, we stopped there for a second. Oh, come on, get out of that brush. Get out of that brush. Okay, slow down. Oh my god. Okay, so let me explain to you what just happened there. And it wasn't our fault necessarily. Well, at least it wasn't entirely our fault. Typically, what happens is we have our rifle zeroed in for 160. So in that case there, that buck was probably like 180. And we held for the spine to compensate for maybe a little bit of drop. Sometimes that happens. But in reality, the pistol only zeroes in from 50 to 100 to 200. So we were zeroed in for 218 and we held for the spine, but we didn't get any drop since we're zeroed for 200 instead of 160. Well, I suppose sometimes good things happen after bad things happened, and in this case here, something pretty good just happened. We just spotted our giant buck that we took the tree out of right there. I know that didn't make any sense, but anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. So there's our buck right there, 180 yards out. Let's get ready for a shot. Make sure we're zeroed for 200 and hold for the heart. Wow. We just smoked him. And he's going down right there. Woo! All right. Well, that turned out to be pretty epic. We went over 2, and then the giant shows back up, and we absolutely just smoked him. So in that case, let's hop down and go take a look at this monster whitetail buck. Now he had a minimum estimate of 239, but I would say he's probably gonna score like 242. I don't know, that might be like a 245, 246 buck, but he's definitely not a 250 plus, at least I don't think. And what I meant by saying that we took a chunk out of the buck is actually we took a chunk. Oh, we got a bear. We took a chunk out of the tree while attempting to take a shot at that buck. It sounded kind of funny because when that buck came out, we didn't really have too much time to react. And normally what will happen is I'll try and decide on what I want to say, end up taking too long to say what I want to say, and then the buck already is out of range, or something will go down where the buck will spook, or, you know, and really what should have happened is I should have just said my first thought and taken the shot. So in this case, that's exactly what we did. And we took the shot at our buck right around here somewhere. But honestly, it's gonna be kind of difficult to find blood in here. Look at what's laying right here. We found him. Wow. He is impressive. All right, let's pick him up. It's gonna be a 245 gold, and we pulled off a 176 yard walking lung shot. Look at the rack on that thing. Holy, that's a buck. 245 gold. But you can see how good this 243 break action pistol does. Now you can only imagine the same exact thing, but with more power and more kinetic energy. So when you squeeze that trigger, that thing is going down. I want to take just one more shot here. If he turns a little bit more. Oh, come on. Perfect. That's what I wanted to do. Right there. All right. So here we have a perfect hard shot at 90 yards out with the break action pistol. Next up we have this. Now imagine what happens when you jump up a nice black bear. There he is. 2 shots, just like that, with the AR 300 Magnum. And that thing is not going far. Ooh, even better. We got a call from a male black bear up over here. Right there, as a matter of fact. Now imagine being able to take this shot with the AR 300 Magnum. 1 shot, and he's going down. That's all it takes. As a matter of fact, here's our female black bear right here. Still did get some decent penetration considering we have the 308. But this bear just got absolutely smoked. I was actually tracking his old tracks over there and I realized, wait a second, there's no blood here. Turned around and there he was, right there. That's gonna be a nice left lung shot at 70 yards as he's coming directly at us there, 18.79. But you can see, you hold that right on that front shoulder and wow, does it do good. The AR 300 Magnum is also gonna work really good in a situation like this where you have a couple of bulls out there roughly 150 yards out. Now you could just take down 2 just like nothing. Just like this. All right. That should be 2 bulls going down. Right there. But here's our bull. First shot was in fact almost a perfect hard shot, but I bet with the 300 Magnum that probably would have been a hard shot. And in my opinion, it's going to be absolutely game changing. But here's our bull. It's going to be a 200 yard perfect lung shot. However, with the 300 caliber AR, that probably would have been a double lung shot. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are all as excited as I am about this new weapon pack coming out soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Wow, I'm super excited to hearing how the new AR 300 Magnum is going to sound. And that 10 gauge on the geese, as well as the turkey. Whew. Watch out.